What's going on, Gloves? How you doing, man? What's going on? What's going on? How you doing today? How you doing today? Just up in here. Just up in here chilling. Yeah, you chilling, man. What you want to talk about today? What you want to talk about? I'm just chilling, just relaxing. Got back from being out. Saw a couple of cuties. I got school tomorrow early, so I won't stay for long. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Did you talk to any of the kids? Nah, I didn't talk to them. I ain't got the courage. I ain't got the courage. I ain't got the courage to talk to them. I'm scary. I'm shy. I got to work on that. I got to work on that. Hell no. Get yourself a haircut and line up your beard. You have a good personality. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about getting to my personality. It's all about getting to my personality. Um, it's something to work on. It's something to work on. Something to think about. I've had this problem for many years, and I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. Just trying to work on me, man. Just trying to work on me. Yeah, man. I can get the haircut and stuff as a youngin'. Used to be shy too. Yeah, well, I'm an old head and I'm still shy. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta say fuck it and go for it. Like I said, I'm in my mind. I'm not as standoffish as I am in real life, but it's just something to work on. Hopefully, when I get some flyers for the YouTube channel, if I ever get flyers, hopefully that'll spark some conversations. Hopefully that'll spark some conversations and get some stuff going. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get it in where I can get it in. I wish. I wish cute girls would just approach me. Get yourself a haircut, man. Trust me. Not only does it make you look way nicer for the girls, it'll also give you crazy confidence. Especially for us black people, white people can get away with long hair. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get a haircut soon. I'm gonna get a haircut soon. They're not gonna approach you with that whack ass lineup. Well, damn. Well, damn. They ain't gonna approach me anyway. But I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. I just got to do my thing. with this and make this be what it's gonna be. Barbers for real do some Jesus shit. Yeah. If you get a nice barber, the man will turn you into a new man. Yeah. 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 I get the same cut every time though. I don't like experimenting with my hair. I don't like experimenting with my hair. I get the same cut. I get a fade and I chop off the beard. What cut do you get? I get a fade. Yeah, man. You ever thought about getting waves? I thought about it, but I don't really I don't really have the patience to wear a wave cap and stuff like that. My sleeping is bad enough as it is. But I don't know. I may try to get waves before my hair starts falling out. I may try to get some waves before my hair starts falling out. Nah, the do rags are nice. If you don't have a haircut, you slap that shit on and you good. I used to have waves. Do rags, huh? Yeah, yeah. I'm not really too much in the my hair. I let my hair. I got. I went. I just went a year without cutting my hair, and I just recently cut it at the beginning of this year. I can go a long time without cutting my hair. I can go a long time without cutting my hair. So, but I'm gonna get it cut this sometime this month. Sometime this month, I'm gonna get it cut. But yeah, man, I'm not looking I'm not looking for girls to date. I really just want some girlfriends. I really just want some friends. I really just want to hang out with them. I don't want to do nothing with them. I just want to hang out and chill. How you gonna get these cute bitches that spend so much time on their looks to even look at you if you don't even spend the time to get a haircut, man? I know. I can get a haircut, man. I can get a haircut. I can get a haircut, but it ain't gonna make no difference. The chicks in this city still ain't gonna look my way. But I can get a haircut though. I can get a haircut. Or buy some clippers and learn to do it yourself. Yeah, I'm not cutting my own hair. I ain't trying to do that shit. I ain't trying to do that shit. I ain't trying to fuck up my own head. I ain't trying to fuck up my own head, man. That's not gonna work out. But grooming is important. Grooming is important. Looking the part. Looking the part. There's a whole bunch of shit I gotta do. I gotta buy clothes. I gotta do a whole bunch of shit before I start. Be right back. I'm gonna go piss. Okay. They stand in the way of love and we will smoke. Mm. What up? What up? What up? But yeah, man, I gotta work up to looking the part. I gotta work up to looking the part. I gotta work myself up to that. But I'm gonna get it cracking. Some kind of way I'm gonna get it cracking. What else you want to talk about, man, besides me getting a haircut? What else you want to talk about? I just opened my first bank account like 2 days ago, and I tried using my credit card for the first time today, and it got declined. Um, Fuck the banks. Well, you may need to go up there and ask them what's going on with your account. You may need to go up there and ask them what's going on with your account. There could be something wrong with your bank card. There could be something wrong with your account. They could have made some type of error. To just go up there and see what's going on with it. No, I worked at another store. They just want to be ugly. Um, it could have just been that store. It could have just been that store. Could have just been that store where it didn't work at. Money is a social construct. Uh, Money is a social construct, but it's also real. Money is real. People like to say that money is debt, that money is not a real thing, but money buys things. Money buys real world things. Money buys stuff that you can use. Money facilitates a transaction. Money is real. So it's a social it's it's more than a social construct, it's a social contract. But if nobody accepted money, then money wouldn't be real. It would be worthless. Um but it's a part of the social contract that people do accept. So society has to accept it for it to work. Society has to accept a lot of things for it to work, therefore making it a social construct. Society has to accept a lot of things to make it work. It's like the laws of the road. There's no really set ways that you should be driving, but they create driving rules and people abide by those rules so they aren't in abundance so that people can get to where they have to go. Money is a way that people can exchange goods and services without having to constantly barter, without having to constantly barter and trade and make, and money is just better. Money is better than bartering. I wish I made more money. What do you think about absolute truths? Um, I don't know about absolute truths. I don't know about absolute truths. I think the truth is subjective. The truth is subjective. It depends on it depends on the situation, it depends on the circumstances, it depends on the time frame. There's such a thing as facts and figures, and there's such a thing as truth. Like certain things are facts. uh, some things some things are facts. Like like slavery ended at a certain year or slavery began at a certain year. Those are facts. But truth is more abstract. The truth is more abstract. I think that it's a worthwhile pursuit. So the philosophy is that the only absolute truth is that there is no absolute truth. Everything depends on the time frame and is relative to the perspective of the observer or the context. I would say so. I would say so. I would say so. Um, I don't know about absolute truths. It's like we have to work within the framework of being human beings and the limited amount of information that we can take in and make sense of. So, us trying to patch together what is and what isn't the truth, the big truth, is a difficult thing. It requires a lot of us. Anything you say is true, I can say is not true. You can, but you can be wrong. You can be wrong if you. That's why I say. That's why I say that there's such a thing as facts. Um, I do think that there is an objective reality. Now, reality is separate from truth. It's like if if I say that you can't fly and you say that you can, but it creates a paradox. How can the only absolute truth be that there is no absolute truth? That in and of themselves is an absolute truth. Um, Give me a second. objective objective reality is a reality that is independent independent of who's observing it. It's real no matter who's looking at it. It's the same reality. I believe that there's an objective reality, that there's a reality that we all share in, that there's a reality that we all live in. And And that's why I can't stand uh that's why I have such a problem with the LBGT is because they're trying to change objective reality. They're trying to morph objective reality into what they want it to be instead of leaving it as it is. But truth is a difficult thing. Truth truth is wrapped up in God and religion and all of that shit. I don't deal in truth. I deal in facts. What's true? But how can I know that you or anyone has the same consciousness? Or how can you know that someone else has consciousness? We think of life as a multiplayer game, but how can we know it's not single player and everyone else is an NPC? There's a there's a word for that. There's a word for that. I forget what it is, but there's a word for thinking that everybody else in the world is is um is a part of your own consciousness. That's just not the case. That's a philosophical exercise. Thinking that the everybody else is outside is inside of your own head, like you're God or something. That's just not the case. That's just not the case. I mean, that's a philosophical exercise, but you can play that game if you want to, but you're just gonna drive yourself crazy thinking that way. You're just gonna drive yourself crazy thinking that way. Everybody and everything wasn't created by you. The world didn't come into existence when you were born. There was a world before you, and there'll be a world after you. There's no way I could prove or know that other people aren't just in my head. Yeah, you can prove it by just looking at reality. How did everything come to be based on you being here? Why did everything why is everything serving you? Why is all of reality serving your individual experience? What makes you so special? What's making you so special that the whole world is functioning based off of how you want it to function? And if it was that way, why isn't the world catering to your every need and your every whim? Why does the world seem so seemingly indifferent to you? If you were if you were somehow the generator, if you were somehow the control panel for the world. But there's no way that I could prove that there was an absolute world. Everything in this world could be created by me. Or you could be in somebody else's world. Everything in this world could be created by somebody else. And you're the NPC. You could be in somebody else's world. Yeah. Yeah, man. There's no way to I just I've always thought about how we know how the universe was. We don't know how the universe was created. We don't know, but we never know why the universe was created. We don't know how the universe. There's a theory. there's theories on how the universe was created, but we don't know how the universe was created. Nobody knows how the universe came into being. Nobody knows how the universe came into being. It's just theories. It's just theories that people concocted to make themselves feel better, to make themselves feel like they were doing work. But I've questioned, why is the purpose of there being something? Why is there something instead of nothing? I don't know. I ask myself that question. I ask myself the question, is there a God or not? I don't. And why was the universe made the way it is? Yeah. Yeah, I ask myself that question. Why is it atoms and quarks? Why not anything else? Yeah. Yeah. What makes the laws of nature work the way that they do? Why don't the laws just automatically shift one day? My best guess is that we're in a simulation, two ways it could be created. I don't think we're in a simulation. I don't think we're in a simulation. That's a theory. Elon Musk shares your opinion that we're in a simulation, but I don't think we're in a simulation. I think that for whatever reason, for whatever however it came into being, we're real. Because if this were a simulation, you still have the same problem. Whoever lives outside of the simulation, who's ever running the simulation, who's ever controlling the simulation, their world had to come into being somehow. Their world had to be created from something. A simulation of the evolution of life on Earth, which would explain why there's no aliens and why we can understand, and why we can understand who created the simulation, or why. There's there's there probably are aliens, but they're probably just so far away that they can't come here. They're probably just so far away that they can't come here. Or they're just no aliens. A simulation of the subatomic particles in the universe, which led to the natural progression, making artificial intelligence in the process. That's the problem. If we are in a simulation, who made the niggas who made the simulation? And who made the ones who made them? Yeah. You still run Spadandowski. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, man? How you doing? Me and Gloves are just having a deep conversation about the origin of the universe. But um the you run up against that problem. It's like at some point you have to get to like what created what. At some point you have to get to the point of what created what will who or what is the ultimate creator of the universe. Now I don't believe we're living in a simulation. I don't believe we're living in a simulation. Something has to come first. Somebody has to be first. Somebody has to be the original. Somebody has to be the OG. So why not us? Why not us? I mean, life is difficult and life is hard to understand, but you know, I don't think there's any reason to believe that this is a simulation. Spadan, is there anything? Is it? We're not the OG though. Who is? Who is the OG if we're not? If we're not, if there is a high power, I don't think it's a God, how religion portrays it. I don't think we have to worship it like that. If you look at how long Earth has been a thing, we're just a small part of Earth's timeline. Yeah. I'm saying somebody crazy small. I'm saying somebody has to be the original intelligent life. Somebody has to be the original intelligence. Somebody has to be the original um beings. Somebody has to be the original thinkers. Human brain can't even understand how long 4.3 billion years is. Conceptually, we can't up to this point, we can't live that long. We can't currently we can't live that long because we don't, as a civilization, we don't put the time and energy into life extension. I mean, life extension technologies should be a governmental program. Life extension technology should be a governmental program that's in every government, that every government is working on life extension. But it's not seen as something that important. Yeah, but you can't imagine how long that time would be. It's literally impossible. Our brains aren't capable of it. Our brains are capable of imagining a lot of things. Our brains are capable of imagining a lot of things. I mean, we can our brains, that's why there has to be so many things our brain that's why there has to be so many things our brains aren't capable of understanding. Conceptually, we can comprehend infinity. We can comprehend the everlasting. Conceptually, we can think about it. It's like we can think about it. We can go through the motions of thinking about it. I don't think it's fair to say that our brains can't comprehend it. Our brains can't live that long, but we can comprehend billions of years. If we the same way we can comprehend billions of dollars. Saying we can't comprehend billions of years is the same thing as saying, oh, a human mind can't comprehend billions and billions of dollars. No, we can comprehend it. We just can't physically sit around and count one penny at a time of $1 billion. We can comprehend it and know what it is, but we can experience or imagine it. You can think how long a year from now will take, but you can't imagine how long even 1,000,000 years from now will be. You can imagine it. That's the thing. You can imagine it. You can imagine how long 1,000,000 years will be. You just can't experience it. You can imagine it the same way you can imagine eternity. Eternity This is $1 billion in $100 bills. Imagine this, but times 100. And each individual bill. Ugh. Can you see each one of those bills in your head? All 1 billion of them? No. Uh, uh, no, I cannot. But I can imagine. But I can imagine a stack of bills sitting, a pile of bills all stacked on top of one another. The brain the brain works through shortcuts. You can't comprehend each one of those billion years as time. Nobody can. Maybe. Maybe. It's a scientific study. Okay. I'm coughing up a storm. I can barely talk. I gotta get myself fixed. We live in a time of billions and billions of a galaxy, stars, people, light years. But how do we put something like this into perspective? Can we really understand what a billion means? I think we can. The short answer, no. Your brain is not capable of comprehending 1 billion in its raw essence. Now, this is all relative. The brain makes, oh, shit, I can't talk. The brain makes shortcuts. The brain makes shortcuts. We can comprehend a meter, which is 1 billion nanometers. But even if I could express to you how small a nanometer is, you probably wouldn't be able to comprehend all of the nanometers in a meter at once. This is from an article. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. I just think there's some truth to what you're saying. There's some there's some truth to what you're saying, but it's not all the way true. It's not all the way true. It's like, and we have certain limitations right now, but I believe that we can break through those limitations. I believe we can break through those limitations as human beings. I believe in transhumanism. In transhumanism, that if we merge with machines, if we augment our brains with artificial intelligence, and do stuff like that, then we can be more capable. We can be more adaptable. We can be more than we are right now. We can do more. We can be more. But somebody has to put that work in. Somebody has to put that time in. We can, yeah. Somebody has to put time into creating that sort of technology and putting it out for the people to who want to take part in it, so that we can take part in it. But if we can't even understand large numbers, imagine the world of shit we don't know about. Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff we don't know, but and we could get there with technology. Yeah, there's probably a lot of stuff that we don't know, but what we don't know is for us to create. There's so much for us to make, there's so much for us to build, there's so much for us to create. There's so much work for us to do. That's really what I look at it. It's not so much that there's a bunch of good shit that we don't know. It's just there's a bunch of shit that we don't know how to do yet. We don't know how to do it. We don't know how to build it. We don't know how to create it. We don't know how to make it. We don't know how to invent it. There's so much stuff that we don't understand how to make. There's so many technologies that we don't know how to make because we aren't doing the type of work that we need to be doing. We aren't engaged in the type of endeavors that we need to be engaged in. We're so concentrated on bullshit. There's so much to discover and so much we don't even know how to discover. We need to discover the stuff to discover other stuff. Yeah, it's a process. It's a process of discovery. It's a process of uncovering. You build, it's a ladder. You go up the ladder and you climb higher and higher. You climb higher and higher. I believe if there's no God, then that means there's no rules. That means there's no ultimate hard, fast rules. So we can do whatever. We can bring people back from the dead eventually. But we just have to know what we're doing. We just have to know how to do it, what's in the universe that could bring somebody back from the dead. It's like you just have to understand the science. You just have to understand the science. You just have to understand what you need to do and what you need to build and how you need to make something happen. But yeah, man, it's a lot to uncover. We know the concept behind bringing people back. We just don't know how to do it. Yeah, it's like, and what even is consciousness? What even is we don't even understand what consciousness is yet. We don't even know what consciousness is, what it means to be conscious, what it means to be awake. We don't even fully understand consciousness. We don't even fully understand consciousness. So we have to work to find out who and what we are before we engage in changing and morphing and meddling with it. We have to perfect who we are and then grow. We have to perfect who we are as human beings and then grow into being more than human beings. I think about that a lot. Yeah. Rank shooter, what's up? What's up, rank shooter? We don't know who we are or why we exist. No, we don't. What's up, Rain Shooter? Yeah, no, we don't. We don't fully understand who we are. I believe that there needs to be a campaign to really study this shit at the governmental level. Like the government should really spend tax dollars on this whole thing. We need to spend tax dollars. Just been busy. Oh, okay, cool, man. I know you got real life shit to do. I've I've been gone for about 4 or 5 days. The government doesn't care about that. It ain't about what the government cares about. It ain't about what the government cares about. There's no obvious money involved. It ain't about what the government cares about. It's what the people care about. It's what the people care about. And if the people force the government's hand, then the government will have no choice but to invest money into it. The government is the best positioned party. They're in the best. They have the best positioning to do that kind of work. For all they know, we could find nothing because we don't have the tech yet, and it could be a waste of money for them. For now, the best we have is NASA. It's not a waste of money, it's an investment. It's an investment in government. See, you can't do this on a business level because it'll be too much debt. You go into too much debt, it's too much experimentation. It's too much experimentation, it's too much for all they know, there could be no meaning to life. That's true. There could be. Where you going? Unfortunately, the American government acts like a business. It shouldn't though. Governments can go into debt. I don't understand what you mean, Rank Shooter. Where you going? Governments can go into debt. Governments can have deficits. So the government needs to go into debt to figure out life and death, to figure out artificial intelligence, to figure out emerging technologies. Government should invest in this type of thing because if this government doesn't, then some other government will. Some other government, you say you will be going to 5 days. I say I've been gone. I'm sorry, I've been coughing and shit. I've been gone for like 4 or 5 days. I've been gone. I haven't been posting. I've just been not doing the show, but I'm back now. I'm back now. I'm not gone. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But the government should invest in life extension technologies. If just one thing, if the government just did one thing, it should invest in life extension technologies. Life extension, so that so many people won't be elderly, so many people won't be sick, so many people won't be. If they just did that, oh, if they just did that, then you could solve Social Security, you could solve uh so many different things because people will still be able to work at 100. You ever wonder why the Queen of England hasn't died yet? They probably already had that shit. I don't know why she hasn't died, but people can live up to be 100 and something. She ain't 140 yet. She ain't a. If she makes it to 140, then we can start to look at her crooked eyed. Then we can start to look at her crooked eyed if she lives to be 140. But she's right now, she's just in her 90s. So people have made it to be 100. Edrochrome, adrenochrome. Is that rank shooter? Is that how she's still alive? Is that how she's still ticking? Is that how she's still ticking? Adrenochrome. But it's just, I just want to see these things happen in my lifetime. I don't want to be the last generation of people that die out. I bet. I don't want to be the last generation of people that die out and then after I'm dead and gone, they figure all this shit out and they start rolling it out. No, I want them to figure this shit out in my lifetime so I can take advantage of it. It's probably going to happen in our lifetime. Yeah, that's what Ray Kurzweil thinks. You ever heard of Ray Kurzweil? Or Corona kills everyone and we don't have to worry. Yeah. I don't think Corona is going to kill everybody. You've never heard of Ray Kurzweil? Look him up. Look up Ray Kurzweil. Look up Ray Kurzweil. I got to dip though. I got to wake up in 5 hours. All right, man. It was nice talking to you, bro. You always bring interesting things for me to talk about. You always bring interesting topics for me to touch on, for me to speak on. I appreciate you for being here. I'll check you later, man. I'll check you later. Rank shooter, you got anything you want me to touch on? Rank shooter, you still in the room? You still in the room, rank shooter? You still in here, rank shooter? Not really, bro. I just been trying to get bead bread. You trying to get bread? You trying to get? Where did you go? Oh, I didn't go anywhere. I just wasn't doing the show. I wasn't doing the show. I didn't go anywhere. I just wasn't doing the show. I got kind of. I just a little. I just a little under the weather. I didn't feel like doing the show, so I stopped for a little while. I didn't go anywhere. I was still here. I was still chilling. I just wasn't making the show. But you trying to get actual bread or you trying to get money? You trying to get money. If you what been up to? What been up to? Money. Um, if you figure out how to get some money, put me on, man. I could use some money. I could use some money myself. If you figure out how to make some, if you figure out how to make some money, put me on. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, man, I ain't really been doing nothing. I ain't really been doing nothing. Just been chilling. Just been chilling. Got you. Just been chilling, man. But the show is wrapping up. Show is wrapping up. Is there anything you want me to touch on before we go? Anything you want? Anything you want me to talk about before the show wraps up? I was I was this close. I was this close to getting my flyer done. I was this close to getting my flyer done so that I could start printing them off and passing them out. I was this close, but the girl, the girl that my sister knows who was gonna do it for me, she stopped returning my calls. she got it. She got it most of the way done. She got it most of the way done. It just didn't have my contact information on it. It just didn't have my contact information on it. It didn't have like my email and stuff like that. It didn't have that on it. So I wanted to have that on it. And she was like, I'm gonna get back in touch with you. And she ain't got back in touch with me yet. So she was supposed to call me on Monday. I ain't heard from her yet. It's Wednesday. So things be irking me. Things be making me mad. Tell your sister jump on cam tomorrow. If she feels like she don't want to come on camera, she don't want to come on camera. She don't want to come on camera and 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 the fact is she's not even here right now. She's not even here right now. There's no telling when she's gonna get in. There's no telling even when she's gonna come in. So I could ask her to jump on, but she may or she may not. If she's here, if she's here, I'll ask her. It's cool. Well, well, it's been an hour, so I'm about to wrap the show up. Thanks, Rank Shooter, for being in here, for coming on in. I know you've been busy, but come back tomorrow, see what I'm up to. See what I'm up to. Maybe have some questions that you want me to touch on or some stuff like that. Um, I'm about to wrap the show up. I appreciate you for coming through. Oh, I ain't about to get. I'm about to eat. I'm about to eat and maybe go to sleep. That's probably all I'm gonna do. eat, and go to bed. Maybe watch a movie. I just got HBO Max. So I think I'll watch a couple of things off of there. Yeah. Well, that's all I got. I see you cats and cadettes tomorrow. I'm off. I'm off in the wind. I see you guys later. Peace.